Alright, we don't need a big intro. I did a few of the quests. Nothing like big happened, but it was really cool seeing everybody. And I liked the dialogue that they had for you having completed the White Mage quest. All the other people there that were part of the older quest lines. That was really neat to see. Those callbacks.
I would prefer, however, that you accompany the rearguard and be prepared to join the van at a moment's notice.
No!
Kept in reserve as our trump card, so to speak.
That's boring. I must fight.
She's not an easy woman to please, but I shall do my best to satisfy her thirst for fireworks.
She told us a thirsty girl.
All right.
Swift Deception. What is it this one? Is it not supposed to get him to take a nap? Shit.
Damn, spotted.
Oh.
Damn, spotted.
Okay. Oh, we got another one. You're supposed to be patrolling the other friggin'... And I'm fucking dead. I'm dead.
No, I'm not dead.
Damn it. Sneaky, 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 sneaky. Ooh, sneaky, 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 sneaky. Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky. Super sneaky. Oh. Alright, well, we went to failing in the first little part to 0 on the detection scale. Talk about improvement. Just put that on you. And do one of these. GG easy. Bop. They can't hurt me if I just drink their blood.
As a raging bull!
What are you doing, Pippin? What you got there, Pippin? Dang, boy. Dang, buddy. Hey, son. Better catch my breath. The obligatory dialogue I need to say before... Or in order to, telegraph my... that I'm about to turn around. You know, I appreciate this girl in green more than the girl in red. Just gonna say that much right now. Is that a radio? It's a radio. I feel like I'm in Animal Crossing. Yeah, you haven't met his son, apparently. Have you heard of Xenos? Let me educate you here, son. We just left Alfino alone with them. Well, this scenery is lovely. I really didn't want to go back to another snow, a snow biome. You know what I mean? I was so tired of it with Ishgard. Did she take Alfino captive to, and like, if you want him back, well, you better give us an airship. It's like, I don't blame them for being suspicious, but at the same time, there's no way to show goodwill if they're not willing to receive it. Well, that's not good. Well, we did what we could. They took the radio with them? Yeah, their inability to use magic or aether manipulate at all has put them in a bit of a disadvantageous spot. Yeah, I don't know. These kids always beat themselves up about it. It's like they would have run out of medicine and supplies and then died. Or tried to run and died. Us being here didn't really do much, if anything, other than give them the chance to turn down a chance at survival. I don't know. After a certain amount of time, you just come to realize that you can only try to help people so much. Even if it's not like a life or death thing. Like, I've just met enough people who, no matter how much you, not even like imposing your way of doing things on them, but trying to support them through things that are very clearly bad decisions, things that they acknowledge are bad decisions, and then how many times it's just boop, 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 right on back. No point to beat yourself up like, I wasn't the savior, I wasn't the anime character that talked sense into them and taught them that there was more, that the error of their ways. You can't do it with some people. You just can't.
One night, shortly after fighting broke out, the capital was shaken by an immense tremor. From that point onward, they have no memories, no recollection of any events, including our clash on the Magna Glacier.
Does that have anything to do with
When asked
the
about the Imperial
crying
Palace
out
and its
that
bizarre
we heard about before?
transformation, they somehow recall Emperor Varus giving them orders in their dreams. May the Tower of Babel stand as testament to the glory of Garlemald.
A little on the nose.
This sounds awfully familiar.
Alright, let's go. This guy's a bit of a whinging Tom. Is that the word? Bill, you caught me, you didn't kill me, I don't trust you. Whee! No fighting. Got it. Just thinking, like, how hard it would be if you were the warrior, like, just to be like, punch him in the stomach. And just knock him out, carry him with you. He was bothering me. Let's talk.
So long as man stands to profit from his neighbor's suffering, war is inevitable.
You would know, wouldn't you?
Driven from our ancestral homeland to this blasted waste. Yet still you yearned to rob us of our paltry scraps.
You've been occupying every place. Like, what?
We knew it was only a matter of time. If we accept their aid, they will expect their efforts to be rewarded once the Telophoroi are no longer a threat.
Maybe stop freaking attacking everybody, for one.
After compensation,
And now we're here. And all we're asking is for you to tell us what you want. What you hope for.
Oh goodness, we should have brought you Stola.
So much blood.
We need her. We need her
So
sharp
much
tongue
loss.
on this. This
All
is
because of this
painful.
endless
Watching
war.
them try.
We wouldn't want to end it.
You're just talking to an old war veteran about
Can
ideals.
we not work together to face our problems as one?
Oh, for fuck's sake, this is awful. This is painful to watch.
it seems there is nothing more to say on the matter.
We haven't talked yet. Oh, I wouldn't do that.
What are these?
Bomb collars? Really?
Stop. Keep away from that one. The champion of Eorzea is not so easily cowed.
Somebody with some sense, finally. Yeah. Step back.
If he refuses to obey, we will activate the twins' restraints instead.
That's fair. Could you actually shock them once for talking stupid?
You need
just
to worry
one.
about us.
You will be their warden. Take them away.
Yes, sir.
It's like, you're gonna put me with that? It's like, I had no idea. This guy could have just snapped my neck at any moment. Graha learned in the first. Graha learned at least to cover his ass, at least. Like, with his negotiations with Yulmore, he at least saw that things could very easily turn south, so he had a contingency. You know what I mean? I've been so pleased with Alizé and Alfino up until this point, and right now I'm just so sick of them. It was there on the night the Praetorium fell. You and your adventurers. You killed them. My comrades, my friends. Swept them aside in the dust. I mean... Okay. Have you ever heard of Poetics tomes. I'm not saying it was right, but doing the Praetorium and just killing everybody over and over again was the fastest way to get Poetics tomes. And we needed those to kill your other friends, I guess. What were we talking about? I fell and we gathered around the radio, then the roar, the terrible roar. The capital was in chaos, but we were... Ooh. Okay, these people hit first. They swing first, and then we defend ourselves, and they're like, but you killed our friends. I was like, yeah. What did he say earlier? If it's between yours and ours, this is an easy choice. How is that not on the other foot? Anyway, okay, so what they just said earlier was that there was the roar and then the outburst of aether, and they were protected by these. So what if, in all actuality, Hydaelyn and Zodiark weren't the first primals, just the first ones directly summoned? Or was the presence of Zodiark, the will of the star, already coming to consume everybody, and they just brought him to heal? I don't know. Yeah, so I know why the people around the radios were spared. What I'm saying is that the outcry, the roar, because they said that the ground, the earth roared out during the final days, but that's what these people just experienced. So that's what I'm wondering, is like, was there something before Zodiark and Hydaelyn? Yeah, usually they'll do that, where there's a deity on the earth and the moon and the sun. That's what FFXIV did. Yeah, I mean, it would be a lot easier to, like, this doesn't work all the time, but I liked the way that Overlord handled some of the stuff, where he asked for recompense for what he was doing, so that he wasn't giving them charity, because people were always more suspicious if you're offering charity. So if you go up to somebody who's suspicious of you and you say, hey, I'd like to make a trade, this for that, then nobody's in anybody's debt. You're receiving something in return for another. But Alphino and Alisaie are just hell-bent on this charity. That's not how it works with, like, even if that's how the world worked, which would be nice, but it's not. These are hardened warriors that have seen war, like just bloodshed and combat and just grueling circumstances. That is their reality. So that's why I think Y'shtola would have been a much better choice for this, because at least she could have that, like, reality there and be like, fine, if you don't want any help, then whatever. Or she would be able to make a counter offer of, you know, hey, our objective is get these guys out of here. If you want us gone or whatever, if you want to bring your full force against us, we're going to be gone before you even get the chance, so it won't even matter. They just, oh gosh, they're so bad at this. They're so bad at this. It's actually really irritating how bad they are at this. Alphino doesn't have an excuse. After his screw-ups, I expected better. In terms of character development, he's gone back. He's lost a few levels. I guess he took some damage from the fall off Tower Zot after all, because he should friggin' know better. He just doesn't. Like, they're right to be suspicious, but then they acknowledge that they're right to be suspicious in this, but then go back on it and still treat them in the most suspicious way possible. Like, they sound like snake oil salesmen. I mean, they're not really being too hard on the kids. They didn't want to take. It's not like they were like, hey, give us the kids and then we're gonna bully them. That Alphino and Alisaie signed up for this shit. They are definitely being too stubborn, but Alphino and Alisaie did nothing to ease their suspicions or sweeten the deal so that they're not indebted All they're saying is like, let us help, let us help, let us help. They're not saying, all right, well then, if you need supplies, we need this. So if you help us with this, then your people survive. That should be more important to you than your pride. The lives of your men as their leader should be more important than your pride. And we walk away from this scot-free. We owe you nothing in the end. They're teenagers with a lot of battle experience and a lot of diplomatic experience and just a lot of experience. They're not like normal high schoolers. They've seen some stuff, you know what I mean? They've had these chances to learn and to grow and to understand how other people think and feel and all this stuff, and they're just failing so miserably. No, not in the negotiations, but she's at least experienced in terms of, you know, she's seen war, she's seen death, she's seen combat, she's seen multiple people in different walks of life, so she should be able to, she does have the empathy, but only in terms of, I want to help. But she has a hard time seeing things from other people's perspectives still. You know? And I think she has more experience in that area. They've definitely seen a lot of different people, spoken with different people who either were suspicious or, you know, not really forthcoming with, you know, an eagerness to cooperate. You just need to have a balance. You should have that willingness to help people and that selflessness, and that's a good thing. That's a good trait that they have. But you also kind of have to be tricky with certain people in order to get them to accept it, or in order for it to even help them at all. You know, there's people who you're just enabling. There are people who just won't trust you. There are people who, you know, there's a huge spectrum of different, you know, thought process and all this. Oh, look, he's so happy. He's actually gonna help us. Yeah, I really wish they would have given us the chance to speak. To show them what the issue was. Because it seems... So, okay, so Solus / Emmett Selt comes in, gives them Magitech, starts the warmongering, improves lives for the citizens, but makes it hell for everybody else. He wants everything to happen, calamity, blah, blah, blah. But before that, they were still being somewhat subjugated, I suppose. It seems like they, for a while, had been on their own here. They didn't like it here, but they were able to... They still wanted to go home. Like, the commander said that he wanted to go home. This guy seems pretty happy with how it was 5-10 years ago. Just trying to get wrap my head around what they actually want. Do they want to go back and reclaim their homeland? Why haven't they done that up until this point? Why have they focused on expansion in other areas? Why are they so obsessed? Like, I know why Solus wanted it, and you know, they're thinking that their way is, you know, better. But like, if their desire is to go back, they're kind of going the wrong way, unless they just wanted to make sure nobody else could get in their way or come back at them by unifying. I don't know. It's a strange... This person's ass is just distracting me every step of the way. It's just always here. They did reclaim... So I'm a little confused on that point, because it makes it sound like this area here isn't their homeland, and that's what they've been fighting for. Like, I don't know if I even have it anymore here. See, so driven from our ancestral homeland into this blasted waste. Or are they talking about... Are they talking about their ancestral homeland being what's taken over right now? See, and then they had Magitech, and then they were able to defend themselves, which I'm totally fine with. They did that, and then Solus came in and was also like, hey, but we could also use it to expand. Push the North, survived, got Magitech, conquered the continent. I figure they take the rest of the world as well. Okay. It's just that he said that this waste. He's referring to this spot as a wasteland. But this is the spot that they're fighting for. So it seemed like an odd conversation.
After everything we've said and done, this is how you treat us.
You're so dumb. Yes, of course it is.
Our allies have but limited supplies. They may stave off cold and starvation for a short while, but what then?
This doesn't sound good. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like how they're talking about dealing with savages. You know, it's me and our like, are they gonna attack our group at the base?
If we had turned to your gods, would they have saved us?
It's not really the point. The fact that your whole nation is more or less being prospered by Asians is more to deal with that than whether or not you have primals or whatever.
It's no use. It is the truth, and I have not finished. The 10th has requested that we deliver a message to Lord Quintus. Have the ill stand down.
You have been listening, my lord? What are your orders?
Inform her that we will honor the 10th's decision.
About damn time.
Bereft of hope, and now dignity.
He's gonna kill himself?
I release you from your duty.
Oh, he's got a pistol right there.
All of you.
Yeah, or is that a knife? Super Bowl that time, yeah.
If there is still a chance that Quintus will agree to a truce, we must take it.
Yeah. 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 Someone, pick that phone up. Because I just called it. That guy was stubborn as hell. Ridiculously. Yeah, you can only do so much, like I said before. Pride and copium, yeah. That's why I was saying, like, you have to meet some of those people where their pride isn't at stake, where they are making the decision to discuss, like a, negotiation tactic. See, this guy's better because he's saying, hey, you know, you give us something, we give you something. Still suspicious, but he's like, hey, if you're suspicious of what I do, just follow me around. But yeah, going up to somebody who's like that prideful as Quintus, and then being like, but charity. Of course they're gonna say no. I really did hope that they had made some strides after literally just seeing, like, it's a lot to ask to be like, oh yeah, you just had this experience that was pretty traumatizing, learn from it. But they threw themselves right back into it, so I was like, all right, maybe you figured out, okay, this is how we actually deal with this to actually garner some trust, figure out how to approach the situation so that they don't take drastic measures in order to be the ones with the upper hand. They need to feel that they're at least on even ground or at the advantage during the negotiating stage. Otherwise, they're going to try and take that by force if they feel like they're being bamboozled. Even just working with other people for like their time and stuff, you can tell who's gotten the short end of the stick with certain deals because of how apprehensive they are. You know, how much money they're asking for up front. What conditions, are laid out from the get-go. And then once you show that you're willing to like acquiesce and even make other concessions, like go a little bit beyond, makes it a whole lot better. Makes the whole interaction so much easier. And more often than not, you build a lasting relationship because they're like, oh, this person's not going to screw me. They're going to treat me well. They're a generous sort. And, you know, the whole thing was enjoyable, so I'm more willing to, one, go a little bit above and beyond myself, and be willing to do future projects without that level of hesitancy. So you can still follow all the rules that were set about before, but the way they're presented and the way that you go about it is way different. If you build a previous rapport, rather than being like, well, I'm paying for this to happen, so you should do it a certain way, or you shouldn't be saying this to me, or you shouldn't talk about it, you know, you should be more open this way. You have to go into it. Oh, that Zoid is so cool. Some point, we'll go back and get those dragons. But man, I do not like mount farming on content. It's such agony. The rates are so low. It's just like how much you have to devote a lot of time to getting your 99 tokens. Alright. Oh, there's one more. Children are our future. That one. Just please don't turn the children into Magitech Gundams. Please and thank you. Metal Gear Thancred. I went from failing on like part 2 of that to never being detected or having to kill anybody at all. I felt pretty badass, I'm not gonna lie. I think somebody clipped it earlier. My sneaky. These people were blind for me. Yeah, those guards in the Thancred quests were just like, I'm breathing down their neck and they're just like, must be the wind. Ishtola, I've been told to crack the whip. So much food in this expansion. It makes me hungry every time, even though I've already eaten.
Save me, brave hero!
Ahem. My lord has requested your presence, and I would hate to disappoint him.
You little shit.
It is time for you to awake.
Who's that? Wait, us? What happened?
His was a rather sticky end, wasn't it? Thankfully, he was thoughtful enough to leave behind his mind-jack technology. I took
Oh,
the liberty
yeah.
of making some improvements.
What's that?
Oh my! Daddy is pleased his grumpy little boy has finally found his playmate.
Oh, they actually did it to him. Oh, no.
Ah, exposition is in order.
Please.
The people cried out for salvation. Their earnest pleas. You might even call them prayers.
Did they turn him into anima?
United for the Empire to reclaim her former glory.
Did they turned him into anima?
And so their will did manifest, channeled through the corpse of none other than Emperor Varus himself.
They turned him into anima.
And lo, the Savior was born, the embodiment of the Garlean spirit, their anima.
Fuck yeah. He went from being mommy to daddy, I know, right?
Absent the challenge, the thrill, your prize is a hollow victory. Butchery.
Unless there's a mount.
Whence rises one's true strength? The flesh? The soul? Perhaps you should like to discover the answer.
I'm ready.
yourself.
Let's go. Oh, that's my body.
Or together.
Oh, dude. Oh, dude. Is he gonna... dude.
Whatever would happen if my lord were to greet your friends as you?
Oh, wait. He's not gonna fight me. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no.
We'd better hurry if we want to avert the bloodbath.
All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. All right. Okay. 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 Whole other, or this whole thing hadn't been so, Metal Gear Solid heavy already. I'd take more insult. I'm like in Palace, it's not like I can, get stronger. Oh, I have to run this all the way back now? Golly. I think you guys are better equipped than my friends fighting my body with Xenos, the soul. You know, I was already this weak once. It's not like I'm not used to it. I don't know what point they're trying to make here. This is all of the not good. Oh, I'm fucking dead. Ah, jeez. Oh, that was tough. That was hard. Jeez, this is rough. Yeah, this is
It is a miracle we were able to restrain the Tempered without suffering casualties.
yeah, about that.
Ah, speak of the devil.
Please tell me Ishtola's here. Please tell me Ishtola's here. Okay, she is.
Well, time to call off the search.
Ishtola, tell them. Ishtola. Ishtola. Ishtola.
Case closed.
Ishtola.
That's him. Over there.
Thank you.
Aye, 'twould appear so. Thou art struggling to perceive his presence.
Please.
Are you all right?
Are you all right?
Who are you?
Oh, thank goodness. Thank goodness. They at least see it. Oh, shit. Oh, that's creepy. Oh. Give me my body back, you son of a bitch.
All your hate, all your rage, you will render unto me.
He's so thirsty.
I would be surprised if you weren't feeling a bit poorly.
Yeah, can I have that soup now?
And a long rest would be my recommendation under normal circumstances.
Alright, let's call it there for now. Oh, let's get level real fast. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. Hope you had fun. Again, once Scribble catches up as well, this will be on the highlight channel. So, hope you guys, if you guys are watching it there, then hope you're enjoying it. Otherwise, yeah, that's about it. So, I will catch you all later. Have a great night, morning, afternoon, whatever. God bless you all. We'll see you next time on the stream.